In this video, I'm going to explore with you automations and workflows and how they benefit your inbound marketing. First off, automation workflows refers to a series of defined, repeatable steps or processes for which work passes through from initiation to its completion. From the moment somebody fills out a form to the point we end the automation with, adding a tag or replying via email. Usually the workflows are in sequence, and each step depends on the completion of something prior, with multiple steps that could be occurring at the same time. So this is all kind of part of the automation that we have built out for you. Some of these benefits include, first and foremost, increased efficiency. I think that's probably the biggest one. By automating the mundane, repetitive tasks like lead follow-ups, adding people to your CRM, scheduling appointments, onboarding, you can free up that time for your sales team and your admin to focus on more higher level strategic that are actually more for the growth of the business. To spend time, manually adding and sending the same email over and over again just isn't a good use of anybody's time. We want to automate that. The other is consistency and accuracy. Automation ensures that every task is performed the same way every time, the same message, without the risk of human error. Meaning, if I were to send you an email with somebody's new lead information, they filled out the quote request, and now you have to manually add it into your system. Well, that's just not a good, for your time, as well as the high probability of you or someone making a mistake. Cost saving is another benefit. Automating can significantly reduce labor costs. Somebody doesn't have to spend 30 minutes, an hour every day doing all these tasks. It allows you to reallocate those resources toward marketing, toward sales, fleet maintenance, mission critical things about your moving company. Finally, scalability is an absolute game changer. I know I get a lot of leads every day. There's no way I could spend any time on all of them all the time. And as your business grows, when you go from 1 or 2 a day to 10, 30, 50 a day, that automation becomes absolutely crucial to make sure, back to our prior emails, that we don't have that leaky bucket where people don't fall off and we miss people because we didn't catch them in time. So automation helps fulfill that problem or solve that problem. It just makes it easier to handle that increased volume of work without requiring more people to manage it. And it gives you the flexibility. You can take on more jobs, more customers without compromising service quality. For example, you might have a follow-up sequence after somebody has moved in. Instead of you thinking we should be doing XYZ, a follow-up, maybe 6 months, or an anniversary email, maybe if they own an apartment, maybe the lease is coming up, they might need a mover. Why not automate that? Hey, congratulations on your move from last year. It's the anniversary. I hope things are well. We can have an email that automatically gets sent. The foundation of automation and workflows are triggers. Triggers are the events that initiate the automatic process, like a new lead submission, a customer is requesting an estimate, anything that an action is specific and tasks the automation will perform, such as sending a follow-up email, updating the CRM, scheduling an in-person consultation. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you real quick what that looks like from the high level here. These are all workflows. So you look at the automation here on the left, and now we've got a workflow list. This is what comes with every company, mostly moving companies. We've definitely built out that automation. We've got leads. Anytime somebody comes in through a lead, we've got different automations that occur from here. Most important is that initial estimate request or quote request. We've got the first trigger is somebody completed the form. That triggers the automation. Now we've got some internal actions that occur during the sequence. And as I mentioned, they happen in sequence. First step, second, third. First is we want to add the tag, and that tag indicates that that person filled out a quote request. We have a special tag for that. If you have Smart Moving, we certainly want to send that form content into Smart Moving immediately. We want to have a trigger or we want to have an action that emails whoever it is on the other side. In this case, it's sales@company.com. Then we have an internal notification. We have another lead that we email that person, that lead. Thank you for submission. This is your confirmation. You should hear from us shortly, right? That would be kind of the basic level email. Then we might add them to a workflow, another workflow for a conversion. Then we're going to wait a day. And you can see there's somebody already in here that's waiting. They've come through, one person here. I think this is today. Then we're going to have a follow-up action that we're going to send them a free ultimate moving checklist, which is this big PDF that we create. And it's just a really long email. It's kind of indicates a helpfulness. We're here to help, a guide. Here's how we work, what to do next. Then we've got some more tags that happen because I want to know how that person came to the website. In this case, was it a direct? Did they type it in? Was it organic? Was it a paid search? Was it a paid social? Was it a referral? Did they come from another website? Or was it social media? When I start segmenting clients, I can see this person filled out the form and they came in from a paid search. You can see that automation just from a very simple quote. So again, it's not so much about sending emails to the lead. It really is about automating and segmenting and giving us more and more information about every person that comes through the funnel. That's just one example. We've got others that delete a Facebook comment if it's spam. We've got one where if it's an apartment complex, we've got a whole sequence for apartment owners. We've got a sequence for after you've moved in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different emails that go on. One especially is requesting review. Now, this all gets tied together with other parts. It certainly functions with opportunities that we have. And as we move through the opportunities, this is these automations. When you move somebody into the next automation, that's where we get more details. If somebody comes in from a new lead, we put them in, we've contacted them, it'll add a tag. I have an automation for that process. By leveraging these automation workflows, we can streamline your marketing as well as help with your operations, freeing up time and resources to focus on actually delivering an exceptional customer experience. That's what we want to leave with some of these automations. We want you to feel that things are happening without you having to be monitoring it all the time. But on the other end, we want your clients to feel taken care of. That is what's going to help drive a sustainable growth for your company. Stay tuned. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into the power of automation and how you can implement them. You can ask us if there's other things maybe we haven't thought of, as well as what triggers are, things that actually trigger a specific action, as well as how they work with automations. All right, till the next video. Thanks again. See you next.